My name is James William Sheep. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2. The subject matter in which I'm going to talk about is probably not for children, but you should probably make them watch it anyway, so that we can make them change the future. The subject matter I'm going to talk about is called racism. Alright? And no, not because of the movie Am I a Racist? Or I'm Not a Racist, Am I? Which is a good movie, and this is not a free promotion for that, so if you guys hear about it, if it comes to your town, you get a chance to see it, you should probably dig in your heels and go see it. And you should stay for the discussion part after that. Alright. So, I was watching racist stuff on the internet, and I always thought the skin tone thing was just a black thing, but apparently it's not, and I put a video up about that. So now I want to straight up talk about racism. Not the systemic racism, but straight racism. Hatred towards people because of the color of their skin. Apparently this is a global phenomenon. I have been places that are less racist, like Toronto, Canada. I live in a place that is slowly turning to become less racist, but has been racist. It's been one of those silent things that we don't speak about here in Charlottesville, Virginia. But I have been the victim of racism more than most of my life. It started more from grade school with people not knowing what the fuck my ethnicity was. And it grew from there. I've been a victim of racism, internet bullying. I've been a victim of a lot of things, you know. And the problem with racism is that, let's be honest, no one, black, white, or Asian, and I name that systemically because, according to science, there are only 3 races of human beings. So you will fall into one of those categories of Caucasianish. I don't know the exact word they used. The other word was nigrous, which was the scientific way of saying niggers. And then Mongoloid, which is the scientific way of saying Asians. Mostly because at one time they believed the Mongol horde began all of Asia. Then I found out that Native Americans were also Asian. So there might be some truth to that, about the Mongol horde being the beginning and the dawn of Asia. For those who are looking for the fountain of youth, I would say try Mongolia. Alright? Because no one holds their age better than Asians. Alright? And black, we might not crack, but Asians, they stay on track. Anyway, so let me make my point. Racism and prejudice are 2 of the things that make the world go round. And I say it that way because you can be prejudiced and it is acceptable, or being racist, it's not. Now, I'm sure you guys are thinking, well, what the fuck is the difference? Alright, racist is when you make a racist statement like, I hate that nigger right there. Or I hate that black motherfucker right there. Or I hate that white person. Or I hate that Chinese person. And by Chinese person, they might be of any other Asian ethnicity, and we will all call them a Chinese person. Because China apparently is the biggest region of Asian people. Korea, Vietnamese, Laos, Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, all of those places probably could all, if you take them off the map and put them in China, including Upper Mongolia, could all fit into those places. And that would also include Hawaiian and Polynesian in Asia and South Asia Minor. Alright? Now, first time you see an Asian person, a lot of racial statements, depending on the size of their eye, you'll be like, oh, small eye, beady eye, or some shit like that. And in return, they'll call us brown eye. And I don't know what the Asian equivalency for the word nigger is, but everybody probably knows it. Not saying that they use it, but everybody probably knows it. Now here's the thing about racism. And this is why I have to address this, because whether you are a racist or not, you've probably made a racist statement and didn't realize you were making it. And this happens. You might not be a racist, but at a moment of anger, you may have been a racist for like maybe 40 seconds, where somebody Asian cuts you off and your first thing you holler is, ah, goddamn chink, or fucking gook, or damn Jap, or some shit like that. And then it's over and it's done. Does that make you a racist? No. but it does make you have racial tendencies to become a racist and have racial thoughts and slurs come out of your mouth. Now, prejudice. Prejudice works on more than one level because you can be prejudiced towards men and you can be prejudiced towards women, and it might not have a damn thing to do with the color. Or you can be prejudiced towards those people who aren't gifted, like handicapped people and stuff like that, because they get the better parking or they have special needs and jealousy kicks in, so you decide, oh, I want to say something really foul, it's going to hurt their feelings, so I'm going to pick on a handicap. I don't recommend you doing that in front of me because I might forget where I am and remember who I am and probably try to break your face, being that I have handicapped friends. Alright? And I fear if you insult one handicapped person, you insult them all. And though most of the handicapped friends I know could probably throw you across the room, I think I'd rather enjoy doing it myself. So, in my quest to always try to do the right thing, I brought this topic up because of the simple fact that racism isn't going to stop until we address it. I specifically have told you in many of my videos that I do not have the right to be a racist because of the simple fact of my ethnicity being multicultural, that being Cherokee Indian. For those who don't know, that is a Native American tribe. I am also part white and part black. I have a very multicultural family, and if we all stood side by side, you would see the color scheme is not a rainbow color, but it is pretty goddamn close to it for people of color. Until we address racism, and I'm closing this video right here, right now, until we address racism as a whole, as people, not as people of color, not as people of non-color, not as people who come from the Far East, not as people who wear turbans, but as people, we're never going to end it. Now here's another thing before I close out. Are we racist because we hate the people's color? Or are we racist because we hate their culture? But see, we can fix the culture. Because you can take a lesson in Chinese from a CLC. You have to pay for it so that you can learn the language, but you still can take it. You can go to a dojo and learn Kung Fu or Karate or Taekwondo, because those are 3 Asian countries in there. Kung Fu from China, Taekwondo from Korea, Karate from Japan. Karate has many styles, Kung Fu has many styles. Taekwondo, as far as I know, only has 2. Now, that being said, you're learning culture. So again, as racists, do we hate people because of their skin color? Or do we hate them because of their culture? That's something that no one's addressed. Well, here's the thing. You can't change your skin color. And most people don't want to change their culture, because cultural and traditions is something that we prefer to keep. I do not walk around with war paint on, being that I'm not a full-blooded Cherokee. I feel like I would probably be insulting them. Even though my ancestors are Cherokee, it probably would not be proper for me to walk around with a bow and arrow and war paint, because that would only give people the systemic of, oh, he's a Cherokee, or maybe he's a wannabe, or maybe we should just go fuck with them because we can. I'm in on a different note. Because of what happened last year in the death of Miss Hare over some bloody statues, I want to bring that to your attention. Because it wasn't too long before that, a clan of Native Americans came here and had a powwow around, sorry, there's a big black bird on my perch out there for the bird feeder. A clan of Native Americans came here to gather around the Sacagawea statue. Alright? So, that being said, you know, it wasn't like a big clusterfuck where people died. You know, it was a powwow. I don't remember what it was because when I found out, I was 2 days late. Okay, so yeah, that kind of totally fucked me up. But the thing was, you know, Miss Hare lost her life. The statues are still there. The parks are going through dramatic changes of getting their names changed yet again. And all of this shit could have just been avoided. We could have addressed these issues without having to lose 3 people's lives that day, without people having to go to the hospital for getting plowed over by some idiot that got radicalized through the internet, which led to all this shit. So think about what I said. Do we hate people because of the skin color? Or do we hate people because of the cultural differences between us? Or do we all know that we're all the same, but none of us wants to really sit down and address what makes somebody a fucking racist? What makes you hate somebody for the color of their skin? What makes you hate somebody for something that they, by God's means, can't change the skin they're born in? I'm James Williams. Come for having number 2. Be seeing you.